Oh, hi.
Hey there.
Hey, I'm doing Bib Pick-Up.
For the 50 or 100?
100.
Last name?
Oh, Sebastian. I'm Sebastian. Oh, yeah, you're Sarah, right?
Yes, I
Hey, thanks so
am.
much for all your helpful emails. I really appreciate that
Absolutely.
again.
Happy to help. I'm sorry.
I feel like I'm coming out on top. Shoplifting, they're close back there.
And Weaver Creek is an outback, so you will be finding in those directions out there. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It'll be like 17,000. Still on the day, the second day. Decent runs. And yeah, it's funny.
That
was so easy.
Interesting. We got the bib punch here. So we just left the Deep Gap aid station for the second time after doing the loop. And then now we're headed out on the main part of the course. The next station, aid station, is Stanley Gap. I think that's like 4 miles from now or so. And now is where the race really starts.
Rotating happen.
Hi everyone. Yeah, so now we've just been on this sort of mountain access road for a little bit. Kind of nice to change of pace. Got a good introduction to what a lot of the course is going to look like. And so it's good to be able to just relax on this little part. Oh, so this has actually been a pretty long stretch. We've just been on this road. And we entered this like normal road where there's been a lot more car traffic. And it looks like we're about to cross left. Hey, good job, you guys. Got off that road finally. Woo. Oh, this is nice. Oh, JK, more road. Haha.
For a little bit.
Okay, so that road ended a little while ago, and now we're back on some good old trails. We had a bit of a climb, and then now we have a fun little descent. So far, I've been really trying to take these descents rather slowly, and so I feel like the kind of cadence I've observed is I'm often passing people only on the ascents, and then on the flats, and then also on the descents I'm usually getting passed by people just based on, I guess, how I'm choosing to pace it so far. But I feel okay. It's still going to be a really long day, so we'll see how we feel in a couple hours here. Looks like coming up on another aid station. And I think this is a crude aid station, and you can tell just because I can hear the voice of a lot of people cheering up ahead, so it's kind of nice. I think this is the first crude aid station, so oh, this is great. Wow. Woo! Yeah, this part is nice. Some rolling hills. Pretty runnable for the most part. So just trying to take it nice and easy. The rain has picked up a lot, so now it's actually raining quite a bit. But maybe that's actually a good thing. Even though today isn't really hot, it is still kind of humid, and so I've been blowing through water, unlike in any other race. So basically, between every aid station, I've basically been drinking an entire liter of water, and that's a lot more than I normally drink. I'm normally around like the 600 milliliter range, for similar distances. But yeah, just today, yeah, it's a lot more sweaty and hot. So the rain is definitely a welcome addition. Oh wow! So now all of a sudden, it's also gotten pretty foggy too. And so I was telling one of the runners that I just saw that it is kind of nice that maybe the climate changed a little bit, just because at least for this race, the scenery doesn't seem like it changes a whole lot. And so it's nice to just be able to mix it up a little. But it definitely feels a lot cooler now as a result. One tough thing is that visibility on the ground, it feels darker than it probably should be for the time of day. And so then maybe it means at some point I have to pull out the headlamp like before actual sunset, just because of how things are looking. So all right, so now we're at I think this is Wilscot. So now, first time coming into here. Hey, how's it going, man?
How you feeling?
Hey, I feel great. Woo! Yeah, so now just on the segment, heading into Skeenah. Now I feel like the race feels very peaceful, just because the guy in front of me is literally the only person I've seen in quite some time. I think the field is starting to stretch out a lot more. Also means that I have to be really careful to make sure I stay on course, just because I think maybe it is pretty obvious, but the white flags that they use to mark the course, They don't actually appear as often as maybe I would like them to, but you know, it's totally fine. Just because I don't think there's any way to go off course, but I just tend to be paranoid. But otherwise, still just keeping it nice and easy. So now it seems like we're basically at Skeenah. So I think this is the last crude aid station for a while. And then I think now the race starts getting to like the more remote parts that are harder to access, even for crew. All right.
Nice job.
Hey, thank you.
Good job.
Enjoying your rain now. There won't be any enjoyment.
Yeah.
Just pushing through.
Miles in.
Yeah, I thought the Wilscot Gap too. 70 miles in.
Yeah. Dude, there are some things that just still fucking bother me.
Oh yeah.
Too. Like I could have done it, you know?
Yeah.
I just caved.
You ever done Mount Everest Heartbreaker?
Yep.
Huh?
No, I haven't.
No?
I worked it last year in aid station.
All right. Hey everyone.
It needs to be.
Oh wow. So just past Fish Gap, and then now it honestly feels a little bit almost like a different course, just because now, yeah, it's so much more lush just in terms of vegetation. And so even when it is flat, it's a little bit harder to run just because it's hard to see exactly where you're putting your feet. But now we're starting to enter the night, so we got the headlamp out. Haven't turned it on yet, but we'll do that shortly. Yeah, so because of the fog, actually also makes it very hard to see what's actually on the ground. And also this part is now a lot rockier than other parts of the course. So yeah, I definitely heard that this probably was the hardest part of the course. And I think I understand a little better why that's the case. So take it nice and easy, and then hopefully this part will clear up somewhat soon. Now things are a little bit better. Not only that, but I found Dimitri again, and he is just a little bit ahead up there. And it really helps because he's run this race before, so he's actually familiar with the trails. So it's a lot easier to be confident when I can actually kind of follow him. So I'm really grateful to have him sort of leading the way. Yeah. So unfortunately, Dimitri decided to drop back just a little bit. So right now, I'm by myself. I think this part is way more runnable though, so I'm still actually moving at an okay pace. Now because of the fog, it's interesting. It's like I literally can only see like maybe 2 or 3 steps in front of me. So this is actually something I haven't encountered before. But right now it's mostly okay. But wow, definitely just feel like I'm like out here in the wilderness. And this is definitely why we do this. I think maybe like half an hour ago, I felt actually a little bit scared in a way that, yeah, definitely felt new. But right now, I actually feel okay just because this path is a little bit wider, and so the visibility is a little bit better, even though it just feels like we're going into the unknown. Wow. So this stretch from Fish Gap to Fire Pit honestly just feels endless. It's probably been I don't know, like 2 hours at this point. And then not even another person in sight, so just taking it nice and easy. This part, visibility is a little bit better, so it's a lot easier to move at a pretty normal speed. Although sometimes, you know, there's still rocks that are hidden in the soil that you don't see, and then you kick them and then your feet really hurt, so you just got to be careful for that. Finally made it to this fire pit. Oh man, that stretch was pretty brutal. Oh man. Hi everyone. Oh man, I'm 128. Oh man. Huh. All right, so coming out of fire pit, we had a fun little climb, and then now it seems like we're starting to go downhill. It's a little unclear, but maybe 3 miles or so until we get to Wolf Creek for the first time, so that'll be nice. All right, so now still heading towards Wolf Creek. I just spent a little time chatting with this runner named David. It was very nice chatting with him, and he's also running UTMB, which is really cool. So we talked a little bit about that. And then also, because this race is an out and back, I'm already starting to see some people, you know, coming backwards. And so I think, as of right now, I think I've seen maybe the first 7 runners already come back. So it's really crazy, just because, you know, I'm thinking there's no way I could really go any faster. And so then seeing all these really great runners, you know, just run so quickly, it's just really awesome and inspiring to see. So, all right, we're now getting into Wolf Creek finally. Oh wow, because the last couple of aid stations were not crewed, so this is the first time I've seen this many people at an aid station in a while. So definitely very nice and exciting. Yeah, hey guys, how's it going? Woo! So this is what it's like at Wolf Creek. Atmosphere is very electric. Thank you, volunteers.
Yeah.
Woo! All right, so after Wolf Creek, there's this like out and back that's 2.5 miles one way, where all we do is we go to the end and then we punch our bib and then we start coming back. So just going on that right now. I think this part is actually a little bit more mild as far as the course is concerned, so you can actually move somewhat quickly. And then hopefully just take a deep breather, just because after Wolf Creek again, you know, in 3-4 miles, you know, then I have to start doing the climbs to start going back. So now I have to at least can be better mentally prepared, just because now I know what to expect for that part. Hey, good job.
You too.
So we came all the way out here just for this bib punch. Woo! Bib punch and turn around. All right, nice. So now we're back at Wolf Creek. Get some food, probably change hat and shirt, and then we'll keep on going. Oh, good stuff. Now, I've just been doing this climb all the way back to Fire Pit. It might be, I think, the biggest climb of the entire race, so it's kind of slow going, but hey, good job.
Good job, guys.
So now the fog has returned, and so good thing visibility here is still pretty good, but otherwise it's really hard to see really anything. And we've been now passing a lot of the people who are now still on their way out, and so it's actually kind of nice, because then you just get to see, you know, a lot more people on the course, because there was a period where it just felt like I wasn't seeing anyone. And so I think it's just good for, you know, keeping spirits high, and you know, everyone's really good at encouraging each other. So now back at a Fire Pit. Hi friends.
Great. Welcome back.
Thank you. Oh man. Yeah, so now we're back on the 7.5 mile stretch from Fire Pit to Fish Creek. And the crazy thing is, so, you know, it's been raining pretty steadily, I guess, the last couple of hours. And so then some of the parts I was just on have just become so muddy, they're almost unrecognizable compared to, you know, when I first went over there. And so, you know, coming back has been a little bit tricky because I feel like it should be pretty runnable, but just with all the mud, it's actually hard to go quickly, you know, without potentially falling. And I actually just fell a couple of times, so. Wow. This really is like the longest 7.5 mile stretch, because it's actually like two parts that are separated by a road in the middle. And I haven't even finished this first part. So, still got a ways to go until we get back to Fish Gap. I never really got to see what this part of the course looks like, but here it is, where it's like there's this one section where it almost feels like you're like half like bushwhacking the whole time, and you're just like walking like straight through grass. Actually, maybe not like right here, but it's like a lot of like these parts. Whew. So this is why this part is very, very slow going. Oh. So finally back at Fish Gap. Man, that was painful. Oh man. Alright. Seems like maybe people here are also getting a little bit of a rest. Oh. So now just headed back towards Skeenah Gap. And it's kind of nice because now, you know, I guess it's now Saturday morning, and so then you're able to put the headlamp away. And I do feel like it just makes a really big difference when you're able to just see your surroundings, because I feel like the night felt really long, especially just because you were going through some of those tougher stretches. So. All right, so now back over to Skeenah. Now, it's basically the first time all race we've gotten like normal sunshine. It looks beautiful here. Definitely feels very different compared to when it's all, you know, cloudy and wet. So get to enjoy this a little bit. Hopefully it stays this way, but doesn't get too hot. All right, so back to Wilscot now. We hang out here for a little moment and then keep on going.
Yeah!
Hi, friends.
Good job, good job.
Now we're just slowly making our way down to Old Dial Road. Yeah, weather's still good. There was one part just now where it was exposed and it was extremely hot. And so then there's a road section coming up in just a little bit. So I'm a little worried about the temperature for that. So I need to be careful about how much water I bring here for that particular section. But hopefully it'll be okay. And now we're at Old Dial Road. Whew. Hi, friends.
Good job, good job.
Hey, thank you, thank you.
128.
I'm 128. Huh?
Put some on your back.
Now we're back on this road again. So going back towards the start and finish line. But then there's a new out and back that we need to do that we've never seen before. And then that initial loop that we did at the beginning of the race, we have to do that loop again. So still a couple of things we got to do, some unfinished business. Yeah, Stanley Gap again. Hi, friends. So now I'm going down to the out part of this out and back. So apparently it's about 3 miles one way. And so it's actually kind of far. And so I think mentally it's kind of annoying to do at this stage in the race, just because, you know, we've been to this part of the course before, but we didn't do this out and back. So, but nice and steady. Now we're at Weaver Creek. This is the last unique aid station that we'll see on the course. Hi, friends. Hi.
Would you like them?
All right. So now we're almost back at Deep Gap. And we just need to do that loop, the 5-mile loop that we did at the beginning of the race. We have to do that one more time. And then after that, we're all set to go back to the finish line. So just under 8 miles to go now. So now finally on the home stretch. I think, so they said that there is a different trail that we go into when finishing. And so I actually wasn't even aware of this, but I do see it on the GPX file. So it might be right in front here, but I don't see any signs. This is very confusing. Maybe it's still a little bit ahead. Okay, so the finisher trail, I think, just takes us directly west of Camp Morganton. And so then maybe it's the case that they set up like the finisher chute in a certain way where it's better for us to enter from this side. So we'll be there in just a couple of minutes.
You got it.
Good job, man. Congrats.
Hey, good job to you guys too. All right. Whew.
I saw a headlight and I freaked out. Oh my gosh.
知道，对对对，很多用。我陪跑就是他在前面，我在后面，我绝对不能跑到他前面去。好像你以为你带动他跑，这样是不人道的。
哎，你们4个先站着，站着，不要露脸了嘛。
哎，可以。
然后把这个没有人在上。
行，你们现在各种 pose， 你想干嘛干嘛。